As discussed in the lesson on diatonic harmony, we can build a triad on any major scale degree, using only pitch classes belonging to the key. Recall that a pitch class is a group of all of the pitches with the same name. The resultant chords will have predictable qualities: major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. Chords built in this way are referred to as diatonic chords, or diatonic harmonies, for they use only the members of the diatonic major scale. Diatonic harmonies are incredibly versatile. It is possible to create an infinite number of melodies and chord progressions using only the pitch classes of a single major scale. At times, however, you may feel limited by this collection of chords. You may feel compelled to explore the possibilities of non-diatonic harmonies, chromatic chords whose pitches are derived from outside of the home key. Experimenting with such harmonies can be an exciting way to enliven a composition, or to lend dramatic weight to a particular moment in a song. In this lesson, we will look at two techniques for expanding your harmonic vocabulary and broadening your artistic palette. This lesson will also provide brief technical explanations for how such non-diatonic chords function, but its primary purpose is to equip you with new, creative ways of thinking about harmony. One of the easiest ways to experiment with chromatic harmony is to change the quality of an existing chord. Take the third chord in this progression, the F major subdominant chord, or the 4 chord. An F major chord is built from the pitch classes F, A, and C. We can change the quality of this chord to minor by simply lowering the chordal third, A, to A flat. Listen to the subtle variation between the two progressions. Even though the A flat in this example does not belong to the diatonic major scale, the effect is not particularly disruptive. This is because A flat does belong to a related key, C minor, the parallel minor. Compare the diatonic triads of C major and C minor. These two keys differ only at scale degrees 3, 6, and 7. Now notice the similarities between the corresponding triads. The triads built on scale degree 4, for example, differ by only one note. When we lower the third of a 4 chord in a major key like this, you can think of it as borrowing the minor 4 chord from the parallel minor key. This is sometimes referred to as modal mixture, since it mixes the pitches of the major and minor modes. Other common borrowed chords from the parallel minor are the flat 6, flat 7, flat 3, and minor 1 chords. In other cases, changing a chord's quality will have the effect of shifting the listener's sense of tonality. This progression in C major uses only diatonic harmonies. Let's alter the quality of the D minor 2 chord this time. If we raise the chordal third by a half step, the resultant F sharp has an interesting effect on the chord that follows. A half step below G, F sharp sounds like a leading tone in the key of G major. The progression D major to G major correspondingly sounds like a dominant harmony moving to tonic. The G major chord, though still a dominant harmony itself in the overall key of C major, sounds temporarily like a tonic. It is said to be tonicized by the preceding D major chord. This type of chromatically altered chord is commonly referred to as a secondary dominant. The Roman numeral notation 5/5 is read as 5 of 5 to indicate that the chord can be heard as the dominant harmony of a key other than the home key, in this case G major. Listen to the subtle variation between the two progressions. With the exception of diminished chords, any diatonic harmony can be tonicized in this manner. The purpose of this lesson has not been to fully explain the mechanics of different kinds of chromatic harmonies, though they will be discussed with greater detail in later courses. Instead, it has been intended to familiarize you with the kinds of techniques used to incorporate chords outside a single diatonic system. Experiment on your own and explore the possibilities offered by these non-diatonic chords.